Hey everybody, Entrepreneur Swan here. How's everybody doing this evening? Uh, so, productive day. Uh, like I said, if you saw the video earlier, I did a little bit of chicken shopping and doing all that good stuff. And then I was starting to, I used a mall axe and I was splitting up some of that wood. And then after I did the video, I went back out with a chainsaw and I did some chainsawing tonight. So I got that more of that done. So I'm going to work on that area more tomorrow. So we'll see how that all pans out. I'll show you guys on video, but just trying to work at it, start banging stuff away. Like I said, pretty soon everything's starting to green up here, and it's funny from where we live even to town. It's a huge difference of how much is green already. So it's pretty funny how it works out because of our higher elevation from town. All right, so before we get started tonight, again, I'm going to ask everybody, please be decent to each other. No racism. Please be kind. If you do that, you will be blocked, kicked out. My moderators will watch you, and they will take care of that. So we're not going to tolerate anything like that. Okay, so please be kind. That's all I ask. Again, after I'm done talking, if you want to have a question or make a comment, please all cap locks so they kind of stand out for me. It makes it better for me. Okay. So first of all, before we get started, I wanted to from earlier today, I had talked about maybe using OSB board in the chicken coop. People were telling me no, don't do that. So I definitely will not be using OSB board in the chicken coop. Okay. People said I could pick up linoleum. Different places a lot cheaper, which I'm going to definitely look into that. Okay, so I appreciate the comments on that, and like I said, I listen to what you guys have to say. I really, truly do, and if it makes more sense, then I'm definitely going to go with it. But yeah, it made a lot of sense, and so other people had said paint it, which makes more sense too. So I may put some other kind of flooring down, paint that, and then if I can pick up some cheap linoleum, I'm probably going to put that down as well. Okay, so anyway, so second thing I was going to say, okay, so when I was talking about earlier today too, they were saying that gentleman is a convicted felon, okay, and that's why he was arrested because, he was carrying a gun, he was a convicted felon. And here's something that doesn't make sense to me, okay, so hey, Hector Martin, thank you very much. Thank you for the donation, I appreciate it. Please see Jordan Maxwell. I will check him out. I will definitely check him out. And thank you for that donation. I appreciate that. So anyway, here's the thing that I don't get. So if you commit a crime and you've committed a felony and you've gone to prison and you've served your time and then you're released and you're free, aren't you supposed to have a clean slate at that point? You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a clean slate. You're supposed to be able to start over. But they hold that against felons forever. They can never vote. They can never get a gun after that. Does that make a lot of sense to you if they've already done their time for the crime that they committed? I don't really see where that is fair, but that's just my opinion on that. I know that they were saying that was the reason he got arrested. I also saw that they were saying, and I love this one, that he was plotting against Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Soros, was planning on killing them. And that was another reason they said, that he was arrested as well. But the thing was that they took him to jail and they beat his butt in jail. They said, let people know that he's supposedly this big racist. He's doing what the government isn't doing, stopping people from coming across the border. I respect that. They're coming here illegally. They don't need to be here. And it's gotten crazy. And he got beat up and he got broken ribs. I heard that as well. So I just wanted to kind of share the rest of that information with you guys. But what they were doing was not wrong, in my opinion. When you have illegal people coming here and they were holding them and turning them over to Border Patrol. So, what else could you do possibly at that point? Okay. So anyway, let's get into the topic of today real quick. Left and right. Okay. We're going to talk about this. I've seen a lot of stuff lately. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I see it's inundated in social media. Absolutely inundated in social media, one side or the other. And this side's trying to make their point, that side's trying to make their point. And it's insanity, to be honest with you. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't read a lot of it anymore because the galvanization of the hatred on both sides is beyond belief to me. There's so much better things that people could be doing with their time and their energy than feeding into what you're being led down the aisle by the nose to do. It doesn't make a lot of sense for left and right to, well, we're right and here's why. No, we're right and here's why. What it reminds me of, to be honest with you, it reminds me of 5-year-olds in kindergarten fighting over one toy. That's what it reminds me of. It's amazing to me. I've never in all my life seen it the way it is now. And it's just, to me, it's absolutely crazy. And it's such a waste of energy, okay? The bottom line is President Trump is the president. Hate him, or love him, he is the president. Just like when Obama was in. A lot of people hated him. A lot of people loved him. But he was the president. So, it's just, people just need to grow up. And I think that a lot of us need, and I'm talking myself included. And that's what I had to kind of sit back and go, I'm not getting into this crap anymore. It's so ridiculous that it's crazy. And all you see on the news, and of course the media is either biased one way or the other, if you have, depending on what channel you're watching. And I've just, it's absolutely amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. And somebody just said here, Vincent Koch just said, nobody wins. You are exactly right, Vincent. Nobody wins. And it's a sad thing that people are so easily manipulated. Both sides, guys. And I'm not going left and I'm not going to go right. I'm talking both sides are very easily manipulated to feed into this, to stir this nonsense up. And it's, who loses in the end? The American public loses. You know what I mean? It's just, people fighting over somebody wearing a hat and you've all seen this stuff on the media where they throw the drink on the person or somebody gets beat up because of whatever, because they don't agree with your policies. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And hopefully, we can get beyond that as adults and act mature and realize that we're being manipulated. And so that's a huge, huge part of that. So I wanted to, actually a couple things I wanted to say real quick. Kids, Eddie and Heather, come here, please. Received a couple of things. I went down and checked my P.O. box today. So first of all, I wanted to show this real quick before I show the other one. Okay, Lisa sent me a bunch of stuff about ham operator radios type of stuff. So it's a bunch of, so you guys can see that. A bunch of magazines. She sent me like 4 magazines for the ham operator stuff. So first of all, Lisa, thank you very, very much for that. Looking forward to going through that and looking at that. The second thing, received a couple packages from Deb, Mountain Girl, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So Eddie, would you show just right over here to the cameras over here?
Yeah, I got the Hubble's Universal.
Deep breath. Hubble's Universe.
Hubble's Universe, or as it's on the camera, reversed. But
didn't the Hubble turn like 35 today?
I believe so, but correct me if I'm wrong.
So what would you like to say to Mountain Girl?
So thank you for dropping $35 on this.
Well, you don't have to tell her how much it was, but you could say thank you for the gift.
Thank you for the gift.
The Hubble does turn 35 years today.
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay, so then Heather, if you would come up here. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate that.
So, our real Langnickel art kit.
Open it up so they can see.
Everything's gonna fall out. But
well, you just kind of turn it so that they can see.
Yeah, take these out. It has like colored pencils and all that stuff. If I get any more colored pencils, I think I'm gonna have like 400. But it's fine. I like colored pencils, so thank you. It's really cool. And Kendall, everyone knows Kendall, broke my last little guy, so it's nice to have a new one.
All right. Well,
so thank you very much, Mountain Girl.
All right, and then so she sent us some other stuff here. She sent me a bookmark. So I got a bookmark with PN1 on it, which I needed a bookmark, which is awesome. She also sent us refrigerator magnets that she made. It's got Heather on that one, Eddie's on that one, and then PN1 on the last one. And then she sent me, I want to show you this real quick. It's a Davidson. I'm gonna set it wrong. Harley Davidson pocket knife. Okay, that can clip right onto your belt. So that was very, very cool. And then the other thing she sent me, and I got to show you this. I was really happy to see that. Harley Davidson coffee mug. So that was very, very cool. So Mountain Girl, thank you very much. Very much appreciated. The kids appreciated what you sent them as well. Thank you for thinking of them. Very, very kind of you. Okay. So thank you. And Lisa, again, I saw that you were on there and you said you're welcome. Thank you for the magazines. It's very, very cool. So thank you very much. I appreciate when you guys, especially when, you know, people think of the kids too. That's really, really awesome. And that means a lot to me. So thank you. All right, let's see. You got to have this lady over. Yeah, Mountain Girl's cool, man. She's very, very awesome. Let's see. Has Eddie read A Brief History in Time? I am not sure if he has or not, to be honest with you. He knows everything there is to know about space. So he loves space. So, but anyway, so getting back to, let's get back on topic now, guys. Sorry about that. But I wanted to share that with you. Those just came today, so I kind of wanted to, share that so you guys could see those things. So that was very, very kind. Thank you, everybody, for thinking of us. I appreciate that. Yes, they do look. I'm going to tell you what, with Eddie especially, Heather looks like me in the face. Heather has her mother's fair skin. She has her mother's blue eyes, and she's petite like her mom. But in the face, she's me. And Eddie, I showed him pictures, the age he is now. When I was his age, he looks exactly like me. So, Karen in Nevada. Hey, Prepper Nurse 1, the earth is flat. I'm sorry, Karen. I am going to disagree with you on that. We're going to do a thing on that. We might do a live chat on that, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to, I can't agree with that, but we'll get into that. We'll do that on another time. So, okay. So anyway, so getting back to the whole thing with the left and the right again, it's really amazing how easily people are manipulated. And again, and I'm talking on both sides, and how easily people are triggered by stupid little stuff that has nothing to do with anything. And it's crazy. And I don't get it. I really truly don't get it. Why we can't, as a people, as a human race, look at what the problem is. And if people sat down and really looked at what the problem is, they would realize that the government and the people that basically the news media and all those type of things, even like with the whole religion things and this religion supposedly hates that religion and all those type of things, it's all being manipulated, guys. It's all being manipulated. Now, are there attacks that are done? Sure there are, okay? On both sides. Does that make it right? No. If we just learn to get along and treat each other decently, it would be a whole lot better world. It really, really, really would be. And, if you want to prove the earth is flat, show us by jumping off the edge. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Well, and here's the thing is, I'm going to disprove that the earth is flat in one very, very easy way. Okay. One very easy way. When you have snipers that are long-range snipers, they have to, and I'm talking when they're shooting, like almost a mile, they have to adjust for the change of the earth when they're making those shots, because there is a curvature of the earth. We might not be able to see it with the naked eye, but it's there. When you look at all the rest of the planets, they're all round. And so what, the earth is flat? That's just, I don't know, that's just kind of crazy. What is your opinion on fluoride? I think fluoride is poison that they put in the water, and it's definitely not anything that's going to be anything positive for us at all. Okay, so yeah, I definitely, that fluoride in the water is definitely poison that's, again, put in there to continue to do harm to us. So there's a lot going on, guys, a lot going on. Yeah, so here we go. A curved rainbow is impossible on a flat earth. You are absolutely 100% correct. And if you look at the way the sun comes up and it goes down, you can see that curvature. So It's people can believe whatever they want to believe, and and that's fine. Let's see what we got. Ed, can you put peel and stick tiles in the chicken coop? I probably could do that, but I would rather have like one flat sheet of linoleum once because I'm probably going to put another layer of flooring down first. I think I am going to do that. Hey, Mountain Girl, thank you very much, hon. Good luck in college, Heather. You will do amazing. You are a great role model. She really is. And I hope you saw Mountain Girl. I see that you're here now. I hope you were here. I just showed all the gifts that you had given the kids and I, and we just said thank you to everything. So hopefully you saw all that. I hope you did. And if you didn't, please go back and watch it after the chat is done. And thank you for the donation. I do appreciate that. That means a lot. So while you're here, Mountain Girl, on here, I'm going to definitely take a sip off my new Harley Davidson motorcycle coffee cup. What's my email address again? It's Prepper, PREPPER, NURSE. Just like everything, just like the title of my YouTube name and my website at yahoo.com. So real easy. Am I getting bees? I do plan on eventually getting bees. Yes, I definitely do plan on it. Do you read my comment on spray varnish on the floor? I did not see that, Prairie Queen. I did not see your comment. I know that, like I said, Lynn, be nice. I definitely do plan on putting some kind of coat of paint or something over whatever I put down on the floor, and then I'm going to look and see if I can't get linoleum cheaper someplace else. I'm definitely going to look around, and I'm going to see what is available. So I'm definitely not going to use the OSB board only on the floor. So definitely going to say that, okay? So just so you guys know right off the top, that is definitely not going to be the only thing. Can you use plastic to line the coop floor? I probably could. Is another area, a barrier of protection. Whitewash, somebody just said that. Yeah, definitely going to do something as far as that before and I want you guys to remember too, I'm going to have a nice thick bed. I mean, I'm talking like a bed like this of straw on top of everything else. So I definitely going to go with a really deep bed of straw in there. Who created the left and right? That is a great question. I mean, that's literally something that's come up, more so recently. And here's the thing is, even in the left and the right, you have moderate people in the left, you have extreme people in the left, and you have like fringe people in the left. And it's the same thing with, the right. I've got an idea, going to email you. Okay, Baroness, and thank you for the donation as well. I appreciate that. Thank you. But so I will look for your email. So, but yeah, do I have a copy of Off Lost Ways? I have some different stuff, but I don't know if I have that or not. I'm not sure if I do or not. Yeah, of the Lost Ways. I've heard about that. I don't think I have that one. No, I don't think I do. So, but anyway, again, like with the right's the same way. You have some extremist people in the right, you have middle of the road people in the right, and then you have kind of fringe people, and then you have people basically. I always say that I'm like in the middle, because some of my views are more to the left leaning, and some of my views are more right leaning. And I hate titles like that. I really do, because it's free thought. It's thinking for yourself. Don't let somebody tell you, if you are more left-leaning, that you have to have all of your views have to be left-leaning, or if you're right, you have to be all right-leaning. I mean, that's ridiculous. Be yourself, okay? Absolutely be yourself. And what about Admiral Byrd? I'm going to tell you what. There is stuff going down, I believe, guys, and this is just, again, my opinion. There's stuff in Antarctica that we are not being told about. I think that if there was like a former lost civilization down there, extremely, extremely advanced, there's probably, I'm going to tell you what. So we'll jump on a whole nother subject here, if you want to, for a second. Extraterrestrials, okay? Some people believe in extraterrestrials, some don't. I truly believe that they are here. They're on our planet. They visit us all the time. And just like with anybody else, there's good ones and there's bad ones. I think some of them want to help us and some of them want to hurt us. And, there is a game being played all the time. And to think that as vast as the universe is, that we are the only intelligent life, if you want to call us intelligent life, in the universe, I find that to be very, very arrogant. And, so there is definitely unexplained things going on that are out there in space, and they show it all the time, different things that just don't make sense. I've seen things myself that just don't make sense. And so, I definitely do believe in extraterrestrials. And do you think that the extraterrestrials are working jobs here? I don't think that they're working jobs. No, I don't think that they're doing that. So I definitely don't think that they're doing that. But I think there's a lot more going on than we're being told. So there, and for a lot of reasons. What happened to the Whig Party? Yeah, that's a good thought. Yeah, what happened to them? They're just gone. I missed that question. Sorry. When the Union won the Civil War, basically communism won. It a lot more control. There was a lot of control. The South was really treated badly for a very, very long time after the Civil War. And so, do I like bacon? I absolutely I don't just like bacon, I love bacon. Actually, I had some bacon this morning. And I like my bacon, guys. I don't like it cooked to death. I like it pretty raw. I love bacon. Let's see. If the aliens are here and I meet some, I'm going to beg them to take me away from this crazy planet. Yeah, I don't blame you. I do not blame you. What kind of chickens that I'm getting? I'm not 100% sure yet. I definitely want to get a hardy bird that's can handle the colder weather. So I'm definitely looking at that type of bird. I want obviously good layers, and I want good brooders too. So I want them to be able to nest, and that's definitely. I heard Subways are going to stop carrying bacon. I had not heard that, so I have no idea. On that. Hey, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Aliens and Dems, fallen angels, great deception of the Bible. You're entitled to believe what you want. I don't think that they're fallen angels. I really don't. Thank you for the donation, by the way. But I just, I believe there's other intelligent life out there in the world. And, in the universe, I should say, not the world, but in the universe. And I think we've been visited for some time. If you go all the way back to ancient Samaria, there's a lot of stuff. It's arrogant of people on earth to think we're the only ones with intelligence. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. 100%. So that's a great comment. We can't be the only ones. Exactly. In the entire universe. Think about it. In the entire universe. So but if you go back to ancient Samaria and you look at the stuff out there, they are basically talking about, the sky people, and you look at all the different histories of ancient civilizations. It's all there, guys. It's in the Bible too, if you want to look at it realistically. Space is fake. Okay, whatever you want to believe. You have that right to believe what you want. Ancient structures cannot be explained as man-made. Exactly. A lot of them, a lot of the ancient structures, they have no idea, like the pyramids, how precise they were built. They shouldn't have had that, technology. Barred rock chickens are great year-round bird for laying. Okay. All right. Like I said, I'm going to be doing my research on it before I do it, but I definitely have an idea of what I want. Like Rhode Island Reds are a good hardy bird. I know that. And so a lot of people have them up here. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet. Oh, raccoons. Raccoons are very smart. Very, very smart. Right. You know what? You can't. Yeah. I know you have a Harley. What do you think of the Indian motorcycles? I think Indians are awesome. Actually, when I was looking to upgrade from what I had a Suzuki Boulevard, okay, an 805 Suzuki Boulevard, and I was looking to upgrade. I knew it was either going to be a Harley or an Indian, and I actually just happened to stop at the Harley Davidson dealership first, and saw the bike that I have now, and absolutely fell in love with it. And because of the fact that it was silver, um, I started it with talking to Alien Talk, Crystal Cooper. Oh well, you're right, I did, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm not going to tell people that you're wrong, but everybody has a different thought. How will you protect your chickens in an SHTF? That's a great question, Angela. They're going to have to be guarded, just like anything else. There's going to be people in an SHTF situation. There's going to be somebody up 24 hours a day. So there's going to that's why having a larger group is so important, so that you can rotate people and have people, like night people. People like, I'm a night person, guys. I'm not going to lie. I am absolutely 100% a night person. So, Ace of Spades just said the Sphinx had new faces carved over the original face. Yep, I heard that exactly the same thing. And they talk about that it is so old that it had water erosion. So that's kind of wild if you think about that. Now it's a desert out there. So, Sherry just said, yeah, people have to work together. You're absolutely correct. Why does it have to be? Why do we have to wait until a worst case scenario happens to be kind to each other, to work together, to have respect for each other? We should have that now. And like I said, like with some of the stuff, like, the people that are flat earthers and stuff like that, I don't agree with that, but I respect your right to believe what you want. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, you're an idiot, because that's very condescending. You know what? You have the belief to believe what you want, and you're free to choose that. I choose to not believe that, and it's an individual choice, guys. And a reset is coming. James just said that. Yeah, I agree with you, James. There's a huge reset coming. I just read the other day, because of so many people on the planet, that we're producing so much CO2 that the trees cannot keep up with the production to offset that, because of the number of people that we have on the channel. On the planet. So, the pyramids and other ancient structures were built by fallen angels and giants, and will bring the giants back. Just wait for it. If you say so, that's, you have, again, Merry Christmas. And thank you for the donation again. You have the right to believe what you want. I'm not going to, tell you you're wrong. I think differently, but that's okay, and again, we all have that right to think however we want to think about it. And, everybody has a different idea stuff. Literally, guys, you could have 10 people, and you could say, what do you think the best way to do this is? And you're going to have 10 people come up with 10 different ideas, of how to fix that problem. Now, some may be working better than others, but you got to be able to have a civil conversation on those things, make your points, and not get into. There's too many people that as soon as you don't believe with what they say, they get really defensive and they start screaming and they dismiss you. Well, how does that help anything? If you can sit down and have a civil discourse on a topic, present your points, they present their points, I think that's the best way to do things. I really, truly do. Unfortunately, a lot of people are so locked in to their beliefs that they're not open to a discussion. Like, we're going to do a chat on Flat Earth, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, we're definitely going to do a thing. I'm going to do a topic one of these nights on Flat Earth, and I definitely want to hear other people's opinions. I really, truly do. We can have a civil discourse about it. We can talk about it. Put your points out there, and I'll put my points out there, and other people that believe that the Earth is round as well can put their points out there. But we need to be open to things, and I think that was that's very, very important. So somebody just said the militia leader was beaten in jail. I saw that as well, and that it's an unfortunate thing. Because first of all, let's look at it realistically. He's a 69-year-old, very obese man. I mean, he's pretty fat. I mean, I'm not trying to be nasty or anything, but so he's probably not in the best of health. And for them to put him in a situation where other inmates are going to beat him up, I mean, what is that? What is that? So, in an SHTF situation, is your ex-wife welcome to seek shelter with you? Mr. Rose, I talked about that before. I actually did a video on that. And okay, so here's my take on that. If my children are like the age they are now, and they spend time with their mom and also with me, they're with me the majority of the time. If SHTF happened tomorrow, I would welcome their mother here because that is still their mother. I could not, in good conscience, myself say, no, I'm not going to take you in. Now, let's go down 10 years from now, and now say my children are 27 years old, and they're having their lives and they're doing their thing. SHTF happens. Obviously, I want my children here then, but at that point, no, their mother would not be welcome at that point. So that, if you had somebody, and you have children that are young, I think that it is important that you need both parents. Now, when they're older, they're going to make their own decisions on, if they want to hang out with mom or not hang out with mom or all those type of things. And so, that's the way I look at it. Everybody, has a different opinion. I know, like with my mother and my father, I'm going to give you a great example. So when I was getting ready to get married to Amy, I had invited both my mom and my dad. Now, my dad didn't care. I mean, they had been apart at that point for over 30 years, okay? And my mom was like, well, you need to make a choice between me and your father. I'm not going to go to the wedding if your father's not going to be there. And I said to my mom at that point, I said, Mom, listen, if you choose not to come to my wedding, that's on you. That's not on me. This is not about you and Dad. This is about me and Amy getting married that particular day. She said, well, if I go, then would you promise me that he won't bother me? And I said, absolutely. So what I did is I went to my dad and I said, okay, here's the deal. Now, I don't play, guys. I'll be honest with you. I'm 100%. I'm very straight up. I say it just like it is. If you like it, it's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. I went to my dad and I said, because I didn't have a relationship with my dad till I was about 27. At this point, I was 36. I said, Mom is going to be at the wedding. Do not talk to her. Do not bother her. Don't say nothing to her. I said, because if you do, I said, I will cut you off and I will never talk to you again. I said, this is not about you and her. This is about Amy and I. And so we had the wedding. They didn't bother each other and it was fine. You need to learn how to be civil. And sometimes you have to be that mediator and you have to kind of like lay the ground rules down. And that's what I did. So, but that was important to me. It was an important day for me at that point in my life. So, and that's the way I felt about it. So, and it worked out well. So, but, they never hung out again after that, though, I can honestly say that. And now my dad is passed now. So, you're wearing a long sleeve shirt. Is it cold? Actually, it is a little chilly. I actually started a fire tonight. I'll tell you what the temperature is. Hold on a second. Take a look here real quick, and I will tell you exactly what the temperature is right now. It's definitely cooler tonight. It's 48 degrees right now. It's going to go down to 37 tonight. Tomorrow's supposed to be 63. Hey, Bug Out Bushcrafter. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. So, yeah, it's a little chilly tonight, so that's why I got the long sleeve shirt on tonight. And like I said, I just before I started this live stream, I went out, got the fire going because Heather's like, "Yeah, Dad, it's a little cold." I'm like, "Yeah, we'll get the fire going, and that'll just take the edge off, and we'll let it burn out again. And then tomorrow it'll be, it's going to be like 60 something degrees tomorrow." So, but let's see. Hey, Scott, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How is Heather to get home? Okay, so kind of talked about this a little bit before, but I'll get into it a little bit again. So Heather is going to be about 45 minutes away at her college, okay? I plan on making sure that she has a bicycle at the college. SHTF happens, and let's say it was an EMP type of situation. She's going to have 3 to 4 different routes on how to get home. She will have a bug out bag with her at that college. prepared, she'll have that bicycle. So she'll be able to get home in that SHTF situation. Again, she's going to know that she can't present as a female when she's coming home. So she's going to have to do, mountain bike, exactly. So she's going to have like baggy clothes. If she's like right now, she's been growing her hair out, so she's going to have to wear her hair under a hat or something and make her look as male as possible on that ride home. So that's why So there's a game plan in place, and we're going to be going over all these things before she starts college. Always have pepper spray. Yeah, she will have pepper spray as well. So yes, you can get pepper spray here in New York. So I will have that for her as well, and she'll have that right on a keychain. So, is it possible to farm underground? Absolutely, it is. You probably have to do self-pollination of plants, but if you have the grow lights and you have them on a timer, I've used a grow light in a basement before with no lighting, and it absolutely worked. So yes, you can definitely grow underground. So that is definitely a possibility. But you're going to have to definitely get all of the grow lights and all those type of things for that. Let's see what we got here. Can hairspray work? A can of hairspray works. Oh, wow, that's true. Yep, use it as a flamethrower. You are right. I've heard wasp spray is better protection for women because of the length it sprays. Bear spray, here's another one Lisa just said on there. Bear spray as well. Yeah, so there's a lot of different stuff. Yeah, bear spray would definitely work as well. So anyway, guys, but like the big thing with the whole left and the right thing, and it like I said, it drives me nuts when I see these different things, because like I said, so both sides are so galvanized in the propaganda and the hatred, that it's just sad. It really. Oh, wait a minute. No. Cancel that. I don't know what happened there. You can make homemade pepper spray. I did not know that. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, prepper spray. Exactly. That'd be cool. Can Heather use a handheld CB or ham radio? Yeah, she knows how to use those. We should meet up at Surges. Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. That's definitely on my list. I will definitely be going to Sturgis at some point. Definitely would like to do that. How many Dems are on drugs versus Republicans? You know what? I'm going to tell you what, Mark. Both sides. Both sides. And maybe more people are Democratic that get high. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, there's a lot of conservatives that get high too. They may be more low-key about it that you don't know. But drugs are universal. No, here's the best answer I can give for that question, Mark, realistically. Drugs don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. Drugs don't care if you're left-leaning or right-leaning. Drugs don't care. Drugs just want to take you over. So it doesn't matter what party you're with. Drugs just don't care. Alcohol don't care either. Somebody just said they're all on drugs. Yeah. Druggies need representation too. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Kratom. Yeah, vote for Kratom. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Kratom, guys. Nothing but good things. What is your take on the airstrike on the Iranian tankers? I had not heard that yet, honestly. I had not heard that yet. Big Pharma has most people on drugs today. They sure do. I'll tell you what, the last time I went to the doctors, and they're like, we need you to write out a list of the medications you're on. I go, well, that'll be easy. And she goes, what do you mean? I said, I don't take anything. So that was an easy list for me to fill out. A printable version of some live. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yep, 1 out of every 3 houses has some drugs now, if not more. You are absolutely correct. Wine is healthy. Yes, it is. That in moderation. Alcohol is not bad for you in moderation either. Oh, Wolfang, start. Okay, send me the link, Wolfang, and I will subscribe to you. I'm gonna tell you what. It's funny, guys. I've had different people I've talked to about, like with getting started with their channels and stuff like that. We all start small. Nobody starts out with 15, 20,000 subscribers. You all got to start small and you work your way up. And I think I've had some people ask me what's the best way to do it. And I'll be honest, the best way is stay true to yourself, be consistent, be honest, and don't get a big head. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing. Give me AOC and a bag of meth, I'll take care of her. Yeah, she's something, that one. There's some interesting people out there, that is for sure. And it's funny because somebody had said in the comment the other day, the senator there from Washington State that made the idiotic comment, and I don't know if you guys had seen it or not, she came on afterwards and tried to do like this apology video, and she was misquoted and all this kind of stuff. But she's Republican. So, idiots aren't just Democrats. There's plenty of idiots that are Republicans as well. So, again, it doesn't really matter. They're all the same anyway, guys. The biggest thing with the people in power, like this woman here. I would be very curious. That senator. Let's go back to that senator for a second. And she's against them having uninterrupted lunch breaks, uninterrupted rest breaks, which is your 15-minute break, and not having to have mandatory overtime. So she's against all those things. I would almost guarantee you that either pharmaceutical companies or insurance companies or these different hospitals are big contributors to her channel. So Sherry just said, I like crossbows. Crossbows are awesome, guys. Compound bow, same type of situation. If yes, I see you 812. Yep, you definitely use plywood. It helps for the first floor windows. It definitely gives you an advantage. Now I lost my other train of thought. I was going to say. Yeah, I know. She said that they have too much time on their hands and take. Oh, I know. So getting back to that comment, so I would almost guarantee you somebody was contributing to her from one of those parts of the thing, and that's why her stand is the way it is, because somebody came to her and said, "This is a stand that you need to have." Who would be against having people be refreshed, being able to have their breaks and stuff like that? Who would be against that? I don't understand it. And why would you want to, burn people out? I've had a lot of people comment, that, they were forced to work a lot of overtime and it always would be more and more and more. And it happens, guys. It happens all the time in nursing. Nurses are very underappreciated, I think, a lot of the times. And what is my take on George Soros? I think that he has an agenda. I don't think it's a very positive agenda. He's got his finger in a lot of pies, trying to stir stuff up all the time. I definitely see him as an evil individual. I really do. Oh, the members of a radical political group called Justice Democrats. Yeah, survival prepping. They're nuts. Some of those people are nuts. And this is what amazes me. This is what amazes me now. Anytime something doesn't fit a narrative, or like if you speak up because somebody says something so ridiculous, well, if they're of color or if they're a woman, then you're just racist. Or if it's anti whatever the thing is now, then you're a racist. You're automatically a racist now. It's just so ridiculous. Soros is a pedophile and funds the illegals 100%. I know he's a big part of that whole thing. It's just to beat us down. What do I think about stacking silver for SHTF? I think you need to have some silver on hand. I've kind of talked about that before. I would not have gold. Silver is very much more exchangeable, easier to get rid of, and very tradable. I think you need to have commodities. It's real important to have durable goods that you can trade. That's going to be important to have. Something that somebody else hadn't thought about and stuff like that. We have to discuss the beard prepper. You know what? I'm thinking about going back to the goatee, And if I go back to the goatee, actually, I'm going to keep the goatee long. So this, you might see pretty soon, all the side stuff is going to be gone, and it's just going to be one long goatee. So I may be doing that. So we'll have to see what happens with that. I haven't 100% decided yet, but yeah, the beard is definitely long. It's a worthy beard. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I've always been able to grow my beard. I could actually grow a full beard at like 13 years old. So very, very crazy. Oh, thank you, man. So it says, nice beard. You look like a Viking warrior. Well, I'll tell you what. I've always liked being able to grow the beard. This is probably, probably the longest that I've ever had it, and I play with it all the time. That's kind of what I do. It's one of the things. Will you ever braid your beard? I might. It's actually like when I ride. What I have to do now. Somebody says I look like a goat. That's nice. Thank you. What I have to do now is I have to take it like this, and then I like put a rubber band in here so that because otherwise it blows right up into my face. So yeah, I'll take a beard over a ponytail any day. Beards separate men from the boys. Yeah, I agree with you. At a certain age, what always killed me was you had the guy that was like bald all the way through, all through here, and then he's got the ponytail. I'm like, really? Let it go. But to each their own. To each their own. Can you let your hair grow out, or is it? I'm actually. It's like I've thinned out like through here. I mean, I can still grow here, but I've thinned back this way. So if I grew it out, I can still grow it at pretty much like to about, about here. So I'm not all the way back bald. I'm not like I don't have that horseshoe type of look. But I've been shaving my head. Oh my God, 17 years now, something like that. So yeah, I like my beard though. So it's but yeah, it's funny. Like I'll put the t-shirt on and it's like it'll be like this, and I gotta like pull it out when I'm putting a t-shirt on. So what do we got? Your head is round, but your beard is flat. That's right. I'm gonna tell you what. I got a good head for shaving heads. You got to have a good head to be bald, and I'm lucky that I do have a good head. So. Bees need spring flowers food. Yeah, they do. That's why, like, when dandelions come up, that's usually one of the first things that come up. The bees, that's one of the first things that they're definitely hitting. Yeah, bold is your style. You know what? I've always been unique. I've always changed it up. So when I do probably go, and I will probably go back to the goatee. My P.O. box, Mr. Rose, is it's P.O. Box 432, Dansville, Dansville, New York, 14437. That's my P.O. box. You know what, Prepper? I don't believe that that's true. I think that there is definitely, when you have the elites, that do they have privy to different stuff that we don't have? I think that they do. Here's a great question: how does everybody else get AIDS? When they get AIDS, and then they're HIV positive, and then it goes into full blown AIDS, and then eventually they die. But there's a lot of meds now that they can suppress that. How does an individual like Magic Johnson, who was HIV positive, get treatment so where now it's not even detected in his blood? Well, because he's rich. So I think the elites have different things that. What is the price of gas in your region now? It's gone back up again. I think we're like pushing $2.80 a gallon in my region. So it's just they're definitely every time you get into the warmer season, guys. They always jack the prices up, or they find an excuse to jack the prices up. Statistics show that 46% of women won't date a man with a beard. Some women love it, some hate it. It's just like with anything else. It's an individual choice. Again, everybody has their preference. I've had women that I've dated. They said that they dated me because I had a bald head. They loved a bald head. So, some women like a full head of hair. So again, everybody has their own thing. And if I was with somebody and she didn't like the beard, I would probably, I would never ever get rid of the goatee or the mustache. I can pretty much tell you that. Pretty much since I was 12 years old, I've had a mustache. So, I've gone through periods where I shaved that off, but, I usually have the goatee. And so it just, Mountain Girl, haven't cut my hair in 25 years. Yeah, there you go, Franny. There you go. I mean, it's just like when people say, well, you reach a certain age, if you're a woman, you have to cut your hair. Why? If you like long hair and you want to have long hair, have long hair. Who cares? It's an individual choice of what is, you want to do for you. Like I said, some people like the beard, some don't. But I'm not doing it for anybody other than myself. I like it. I decided to grow it. Like I said, this is the longest that I've ever had it. I probably will go back to the goatee, and I'll shave the sides off, and I plan on going with a long goatee for a while, and then I might shave that down. But I'm not getting rid of the goatee, but I may shave that down at some point. It just really depends. Not all men can look good bald. No, they cannot. And Tommy just said it's like tattoos. Some people like tattoos. Some people don't. I have 7 tattoos. I had a lady come on, and she was kind of trolling for a while, and she was like, "Oh my God, tattoos are disgusting, and earrings are disgusting, and you should be ashamed of yourself." And I was just like, you have an opinion, and if you don't like tattoos, then go be with somebody that doesn't have tattoos. I don't have anything against tattoos. And now it's like, when I got my tattoos, guys, 2 people got tattoos. Bikers and, military. And, of course, you get the guys in prison, okay? But pretty much bikers and military people, that's who had tattoos. Now it's like, it's the in thing. Everybody does tattoos now. Truth Freeze just said they jumped from 249 to 289 overnight. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, they just raise it up. It's all a game. It's all a manipulation. Right, so I like that, Antonia. Thank you. So I can wear my beard any way I want to. It's mine. Exactly. Yep, exactly. What about a small still after SHTF? Yeah, that would, you're going to need that for disinfectants and stuff anyway. So I think that would definitely be a good thing to have, So going back to tattoos, so when I first got my tattoos, and people are, oh my God, you're going to regret that when you get older. And I'm like, no, I'm not. It's part of who I am. Each one has a story. Everybody that gets tattoos, they do it for an individual reason. So, I pull off the bald look. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I like I said, I like it. I would never grow my hair back, guys, even if I could. This is so low maintenance. I like my favorite thing when I tell people, I said, I wake up in the morning and my hair's done, and they laugh, but yeah, still for homemade hooch. Yep. Oh my God. Okay. So we're going to talk about that real quick. Somebody said, when it gets hot and I'm doing stuff outside, I never wear a shirt. And so I will be doing my videos, and I will have my bandana on, and I will be shirtless. And people get so crazy about me not wearing a shirt. And I'm like, I'm going to tell you what, when it's hot out and I'm sweating, I sweat like unbelievable. I just unbelievably sweat when I'm working. So I don't wear a shirt. And so you will all see that as the weather warms up. And some of you will like it, and some of you will dislike it. And guess what? That's who I am. That's how I roll. I don't think I have a super sexy body. I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for my own comfort, and that's why I do it. So, yeah, somebody says they get credit and work out. Yeah, who cares? Who cares if you wear a shirt or not? I don't know. But people are, are you going to have pegs? What I plan on doing, actually, Spike, Eventually, I want to get a pig every spring and raise it up all through the fall, and then have it butchered in the fall. I definitely, I definitely want to do that, and then it'll be a great source of having my own ham, bacon, pork chops, all that type of stuff. Yeah, exactly. Wink just said he goes shirtless too. Who cares? Exactly. I don't see why people get so many people are so pent up about stupid, nonsensical things. I laugh, to be honest with you. And let's see, I had some apple moonshine. It was good. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. I've had that too, like apple pie moonshine. Oh my God, that stuff is unbelievably very, very good. They can't handle the sexiness. Frank, you know what? You said it exactly. I had one year I was getting a lot of people were giving me a bunch of crap about it. So then, of course, I had to sing the song from Right Said Fred, if you guys remember. I'm too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. And I just thought that was funny. See, I just laugh. Hey, Prepper Drew, thank you very much. Galen for biking, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, actually, tomorrow is supposed to be, like I said, in the 60s. I think I may have to go for a little scoot tomorrow. At some point, I'm going to get some work done first, but I'm definitely going to hop on a bike and go for a little ride tomorrow. That's right. People are just jealous of my sexiness. That's exactly what it is. Any timeline for the panels rack? I'm looking into a couple things. Hopefully by May at some point at the latest. Hopefully we'll see how things go, but I definitely want to get that. I'm working on a couple obviously other things first, but that will definitely be something that will be getting done this year. Definitely want to. Do I wear glasses? Yep, I have glasses. Yep. When I cut wood too, I actually use safety glasses over the top of my glasses. So when I'm doing this, I take my glasses off because I'm nearsighted. So up close, I can see everything just fine. And so Sibs is saying stacking firewood today. I was kind of thinking I wanted to split wood today, but I wanted to work on this other stuff over here before everything really starts to get all overgrown. So that's why I'm working on that. That wood that I got stacked up in the driveway, I can split that anytime. So I definitely will be getting to that, but I want to try to get, other things done first. Yeah, keep old prescription glasses. Yep, I do. I have probably, oh my God, 3 or 4 pairs of old glasses. You can go to the, the dollar store and get those reading glasses and stuff too. Those are good to have on hand for SHTF as well. Can you put in high bush blueberry bushes? I can, yeah. I actually have blueberry bushes that I put in here, and I do plan on adding more berry bushes as well. I definitely going to be putting in more of the more fruit trees this year. So I definitely, do I have a motorbike? Yeah, I have a Harley Davidson Heritage Softail, 2015. I bought it brand new. That's my one indulgence, I'll be honest with you. That's the one. I'm selfish, and it's all about me, gift for myself. And I absolutely love to ride, and my kids love to ride too. So that's what we do. So it's my de-stressor, if you will. So that is my one indulgence for myself. So that's my toy. Yeah, Lord of the Flies shows how groups would work. Lord of the Flies is a great movie. Excuse me. The Road is another great movie. You want to see how things would be after SHTF? Look at The Road. So let's see. We had Sharon just said strawberries. I have a lot of wild strawberries here too, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we got a lot of raspberries. We got a lot of wild raspberries here. So we have a lot of stuff. How long does it take for fresh firewood to dry out? To really be decently seasoned, you're looking at a year, at least a year. Once you got it split and stacked, if you've just cut the trees down. Like basically, we cut trees down last fall, and so I bucked them up right now, and I'll split them. I could probably burn them by this fall if I wanted to. I'll burn my older wood first, or my older wood first, and then I would use those later, like probably January, February. That's when they'll probably get burned. Prepper Exchange website, that'd be cool. Yeah. Bartering's going to be what it's all about, guys. I had a lot of people say that they don't like bartering, but after SHTF happens, I'm telling you right now, bartering is going to be where it is at. So having things that other people are not going to have, having that skill, again, having a skill that you can use that's going to be something that somebody else doesn't have, having that niche, if you will, is going to be really, really important. That's what I say. Why can't I run around without a shirt? Well, if you want to, Franny, you sure are able to. You can in New York. If you're a female and you're in New York, you can do it. Because we had, if you go back and look at the history, we had the top free. They called it the top free 7. With 7 women went down to the public park and took their tops off, and it was 7 women that you didn't want to see with their tops off. So, in my opinion. Have I done a video on the contents of a bug out bag? Yes, I have definitely. I've done videos about that in the past. Alpha Jack, yeah, that was bad. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. Oh, they keep hacking. Yeah, the side roads. They keep doing that too. They do that a lot here as well. They're like butchering the shrubbery and everything in the sides. But there's a lot of wild stuff that Angela just said. I still have my 1970 or canteen and wool blanket I got back in 75. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Or she's telling Angela. Oh, Evil just said that. Okay. Misread that. So in SHTF, food is fuel and money. Absolutely. Again, it's there's all kinds of things that are going to be like, if you can cook and you know how to make a pie like nobody else makes a pie, that's going to be a huge thing after SHTF happened, guys. If your belly is further out than your boobs, keep the top on. Hey, that's an individual choice again. Do I recommend a ham radio and will it work? Yeah, you should definitely have a ham radio. I think you definitely should. Again, that's more of an individual choice, and you have to take that on it. Whatever works for you, what you spend, what you have to spend to get a ham radio. So again, those are all things that. Are you planning on having a small farm? Actually, I plan on doing greenhouses and growing a lot of produce, and hopefully selling some of that to local restaurants and stuff like that. It's going to all be organic. So I definitely do plan on doing that, and then I going to have chickens obviously, and I'm going to sell eggs. So I definitely plan on having those different things. Do I have a CB radio? Yes, I do. Yep, I sure do. Well, guys, the time has gone by really, really fast here, and here we are. It's after 9 already. So we're going to shut this down for today. Appreciate everybody being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Again, a big shout out for the gifts that we received in the mail, from Lisa and also from Deb, obviously Mountain Girl. So thank you guys again. Very, very much appreciated. Thanks for everybody being here. Love the interaction, guys. It's awesome that we can all, get in here and interact with each other. If anybody that's still here, give me a quick thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It just looks good for YouTube. They like that a little bit better. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I'm going to mention this real quick before I jump off. So before I put my video up today, I was up, I was at, 467. And after I put my video up, I went all the way down to 451. So does that make any sense? And the video did really, really well. So that's just another game YouTube's playing lately. So very interesting. I'm going to end the video, guys, like I always do. Remember, we're all in this together. We got to try to work together if we can. So it doesn't matter if you're on the left or the right. Let's meet in the middle someplace and try to help each other if we can. Also remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember, guys, STD. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Work at things methodically. You will reach your goals. It's amazing how things get done if you just chip away at it, okay? Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you will be fine. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.